This is a totally accessible poem. There is nothing in this poem. What is the name of this person?
Okay,
but you're going to give it to me in Roman letters, right?
Yeah.
Do you don't know the name of this person?
I do know.
Oh, okay. I don't know because I can't even. The pronunciation is so different for me.
This is.
Yeah. This poem has no intellectual pretensions. It is purely emotional. It fully expresses the feelings of the author. My feelings.
ეს სრულიად ხელმისაწვდომი ლექსია. Ამ ლექსში არაფერია, რაც რამენაირად რთულად გასაგები იქნებოდა.
Its ultimate mood is affirmative. It finds joy even in those spiteful moments of life that it shares.
სრულად აღწერს ავტორის შეგრძნებებს, ჩემს შეგრძნებებს, პიროვნების ახლა შენ რომ გესაუბრება.
This poem represents the hope for a poetry that doesn't turn its back on the audience, that doesn't think it's better than the reader.
ეს ლექსი გაღიარებს და გაფასებს შენ როგორც მკითხველს. ის ზეიმობს ადამიანური წარმოსახვის გამარჯვებას, უფსკრულებსა და უბედურებებს შორის.
That is committed to poetry as a popular form like kite flying, fly fishing. This poem belongs to no school, has no dogma, it follows no fashion. It says just what it says. It's real. Okay? Hello, I'm very glad to be here at the Writer's House. My name is Charlz's Bernstein. I'm from Brooklyn in New York City, and I've been invited here to the Tbilisi Festival of International Literature to read poems.
Okay, let's start. First of all, what I want to mention is that yesterday your reading performance was just incredible. What is your impression about Georgian audience and your public performance?
Yeah, well, of course, I just had that one, found the rapport is the word I would choose. So some sense of connection was way beyond what I could expect. We talk together as philosophers do. Our language being different is not a barrier for us sharing certain values.
What's the point of poetry, and can poetry still influence readers the way it does in all times?
Poetry had a very different role in a culture that didn't have film and photography. You don't need poetry to convey, to archive cultural information, a particular history of a people. The way I like to put it is, people often say that photography freed up painting to be more about the aesthetic experience of the paint. I would say the same, that photography, tape recording, film, television, frees up poetry from its information conveying function. So I think poetry is as important now as it has ever been in any human history that I have studied. Research, investigation, thinking about and making sing verbal language, this is crucial because our perception of reality is still mediated by verbal language.
Poetry keep up with rapid social, political and technological changes.
There's enormous conservativeness around poetry, and I'm sure that that's true in Georgia. But poetry that can continue to be very radical and very challenging, dealing with the digital environment, and poetry that doesn't do that, that's obsessed with its traditional forms that it comes out of, often ends up. For me, poetry is a place for thinking and questioning. The wonderful statue that we have here is iconically represents poetry in some way, and it really does. And there it is on the side, sort of decapitated, which is perfect for the poet. The poet has no body, I guess. And that's the heart of it.
მე ვარ პაატა შამუგია, ეს იყო ინტერვიუ ამერიკელ პოეტთან, ჩარლზ ბერნსტაინთან, რომ გემშვიდობებით.